Justice for Kathua's Nirbhaya.
Our top story then tonight, the horrific rape and murder of an 8-year-old girl in Kathua that has tragically been given a communal color by politicians. Today a bandh was observed in Jammu in support of the rape victims, of the rape suspects, demanding a CBI probe instead of a crime branch one. India today has accessed the charge sheet which gives chilling details of how an 8-year-old girl was raped, mutilated and killed. And yet ministers from the Bharatiya Janata Party and local politicians are backing the killers. What can be more shameful? What can be more disgraceful? Tonight's top story should make us all hang our heads in shame.
India has seen many bandhs, but this one is different. Lawyers in Jammu shut the town down on Wednesday in support of suspected rapists, blocking highways, stopping trains, demanding a CBI probe into the gang rape and murder of an 8-year-old, in which a special police officer is among the accused. And in the process giving the ghastly crime a communal colour.
They have submitted the charge sheet on account of the fact that the people of Hiranagar area, they wanted that Bakarwal community should be thrown out from that area, which is an attempt to create a communal divide in Jammu society, which is peaceful society.
A crime which will make anyone's hair stand on end. But now this crime has also been given a religious shade. Years of a conflict over land that has now turned into a full-blown fight between two communities, two religions. And maybe Asifa's death, her tragedy, getting lost between the lines.
India today has accessed the 18-page Kathua charge sheet filed on Monday by the crime branch that reveals the mind-numbing depravity against the minor from nomadic Bakarwal community. The plan was allegedly hatched by the mastermind Sanji Ram, who wanted to drive out the Bakarwals, a Muslim nomadic community. The girl was kidnapped by Sanji Ram's nephew, a juvenile. They held the child captive at the Devasthan, or a temple. The juvenile allegedly raped the kid and invited another suspect, Vishal Jangotra, from Meerut. The charge sheet says to satisfy his lust. Sanji Ram then performed some rituals at the Devasthan. Then the juvenile and Vishal, who had come all the way from Meerut, raped the child again. The hostage was later taken to a culvert to be killed, but not before Special Police Officer Deepak Khajuria could rape the helpless child one last time. To quote the charge sheet, the 8-year-old was first strangled and then a stone thrown at her head to ensure she dies. The families of the suspects denied the charges and claim a conspiracy against Hindus.
ये तो सामने दिख रहा है कि पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर पड़ा और उसको उठाया गया। वन साइड क्यों कर रही है? वो क्यों चले गए उधर? उनकी लड़की थी, उनको भी इंसाफ चाहिए, तो उनको भी इधर बैठ के इंसाफ लेना चाहिए था ना। वो क्यों श्रीनगर के?
In Kashmir, protests are being held, demanding justice for the child. The crisis is driving a wedge between the alliance partners, the PDP and the BJP, whose state ministers have rallied in favor of the suspects in the past.
This investigation was going on by crime branch. It was being monitored day to day by the court. And in case somebody had a right to differ, in a democratic setup, you can always differ from the things and can have your own opinion. Then the better way was to approach the court.
How the crisis will end remains to be seen, but BJP leaders in Jammu need a reminder of a pledge made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi from the ramparts of Red Fort.
बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, हम कोई काम टुकड़ों में नहीं करते हैं। हमारा एक इंटीग्रेटेड अप्रोच होता है। एक एक माँ बाप को सजाग होने की आवश्यकता है। हम बेटियों का सम्मान बढ़ाएं, बेटियों की सुरक्षा करें, सरकार की योजनाओं का लाभ दें।
Kathua's Nirbhaya was also India's Beti. She couldn't be saved. The least she can get is justice. With Padmaja Joshi in Kathua, Ashwini Kumar in Jammu and Shuja ul Haq in Srinagar. Bureau Report, India Today.
I want each and every one of you to look today at the eyes of Asifa and ask yourselves whether this is the country we want to live in. Padmaja Joshi travelled to Asifa's village and visited the Devasthan, where she was held captive before she was raped and murdered. Here's the ground report.
Far away from the noise of protest and politics, the village of Rasana is eerily quiet.
This is the Rasana village in district Kathua of Jammu, a place that is so remote that even a pakka road has not reached it. But a crime that has taken place in this village so horrific that its echoes are being heard not just in Jammu but also in Delhi.
With just about 500 people living here, Rasana has only a few pakka houses. A part of the population is made up of Bakkarwals, nomads who move from one place to another.
The police believes that the entire fight between Asifa's family and the other community was over land. Now, Asifa belongs to the Bakkarwal community, people who are constantly on the move, people who are basically rearers and herders of cattle. But when they decided to set up camp in this area, in Rasana village, and even built a pakka house, that is when the tension started.
The charge sheet into Asifa's murder says that the main accused, Sanji Ram, hatched the plot to put fear in the minds of Bakkarwals who were starting to settle in the village. Asifa's family was also seen by locals as land grabbers after they built a pakka house a few years back. The family of the accused dispute the claim.
किसी का झगड़ा नहीं था, जो उनकी बनाई हुई प्लानिंग है, फुल मतलब क्या प्री प्लानिंग बोलो आप उसको। हम खाना खा रहे हैं, खाना खाने कोई आके हमारे हाथ से खाना खाएगा, छीनेगा, हम छीने देंगे क्या? नहीं छीने देंगे। उनका मुस्लिम का आपस में झगड़ा है, वो हिंदुओं को क्यों टारगेट कर रहे हैं?
Out with her two animals, the police say Asifa was grabbed by two accused, including a juvenile, and confined in this prayer room. For 5 days, unspeakable things were done to her. Sedated. She was kept hidden under this mat.
Days after Asifa had been kept confined in the Devasthan, Sanji Ram allegedly decided the time was ripe to murder her. She was taken out of the Devasthan to a culvert barely meters away when two men decided that they wanted to rape her before eventually putting an end to her misery. They raped her, strangled her, bashed her head in with a rock, but still couldn't dispose of the body. So she was taken back to the Devasthan, her body concealed there for a few days, and finally decided to dispose of that little, battered, tortured body, only to be discovered here in the forest of Rasana by another grazer out looking for his animal.
The Bakkarwals were livid. With Asifa's battered body, they wailed for justice. Some allege pro-Pakistan slogans were raised, a claim that was never confirmed.
It's a story that will break anyone's heart. An 8-year-old girl, one cannot deny, has been tortured and she is now dead. But is there a cloud over the circumstances under which she was murdered? For example, villagers asking, how did no one recognize that Asifa had been kept in this room, this one room, Devasthan, with its window open for a week? How did no one hear her cries? How did no one who came here for Aarti recognize that she was trapped inside? And if there is a strong chorus for a CBI investigation, what is stopping the government from a central probe? With camera person Yogendra, in Kathua, Padmaja Joshi, India Today.
Let's raise those big questions even as I play the images of this girl. The reason I'm playing the images is, remember, her family wants justice. They want her identity to be told to the world. I'm going to raise those questions. Will Asifa ever really get justice? Are politicians in this country playing the Hindu card over rape and murder? Why is the BJP silent on its Jammu and Kashmir ministers backing rape murder suspects? Have Kathua's lawyers failed their profession with their actions? Should Asifa's murder trial be shifted from Kathua? Just some of the questions that I will raise tomorrow. In my studio is Komal Ganotra of the Child Rights and You Cry. Joining me now, Dr. Siddique Wahid, ex-Vice Chancellor, Islamic University of Science and Technology in Srinagar. Vrinda Grover, advocate at the Supreme Court. Sunil Sethi is the spokesperson of the Jammu and Kashmir BJP. B.S. Lathia is President, Jammu and Kashmir Jammu High Court Bar Association. I want to come to you, Sunil Sethi, first, because you must answer the abominable, disgraceful behavior of your party in Jammu. That you can come out on the streets, shout Jai Shri Ram slogans, use the tricolour to defend the accused in a rape case. What kind of political party is this, sir? I am sorry, the Bharatiya Janata Party has disgraced itself in Jammu. What is it that has led you to do this? That your local ministers are also claiming that the accused must be given a fair hearing. Why don't you trust the Jammu and Kashmir police? You are in government there. You don't trust your own police?
Yes. May I give an answer to this, please?
Yes.
See, your allegation that Bharatiya Janata Party was on the roads and demanding anything is absolutely wrong. Your facts are wrong. Bharatiya Janata Party has never gone on the roads, never demanded anything.
We have
Bharatiya
pictures
Janata
of your
Party
ministers.
Is not supporting Hindu Ekta,
We have
Ekta
pictures
Manch
of
or
your
any other
ministers
person.
addressing
Please.
gatherings.
Yes,
Are you telling me all
I'm
those
giving an
people who
answer
are
to that.
taking these tricolour do
giving
not
an
belong
answer
to
to
Hindu groups?
No, Bharatiya Janata Party is not on the road. Bharatiya Janata Party's workers are not on the road. These are the people moving on the road on their own. We are not supporting them. Neither we have supported Hindu Ekta Manch. Please listen now.
Your minister, BJP minister C.P. Ganga is addressing the gathering.
The matter should be better investigated by CBI. Now see today what is happening. Crime branch has done the investigation and filed the challan. Have you seen the challan? The challan is full of the loopholes. Look to the last page of the challan. The challan says that the accused persons against whom the challan is being presented, the evidence will be investigated against them after the challan.
It is your government, your police, Mr. Sethi. Mr. Sethi, it is your government, your police.
Where the witnesses have resiled and their statements are not put on the challan.
You have no faith in your own police?
Let the CBI do the investigation, which investigation will be against the accused person. We are for the victim. Bharatiya Janata Party stands for the victim. We have never supported accused person. You are wrongly quoting us. Bharatiya Janata Party is not in support of the persons who have committed the crime.
Okay. I will keep playing those images of your ministers addressing gatherings where they are claiming, where they are accusing the police of fixing the accused. But B.S. Lathia, President, Jammu High Court Bar Association, what right do the lawyers have to even prevent the police from filing the charge sheet 2 days ago? You were outside blocking it. Today you have a Jammu Bandh. Are you a lawyer or lawbreaker?
Nobody prevented the police. The charge sheet has been filed. Now this issue is over.
After 24 hours.
This matter has landed in... Just a minute. This issue has landed in the court, and now we have all sympathies with the victim party, and we have been telling the government of the state that to do justice with the victim party, kindly hand it over to the CBI, because this tainted investigation may not ultimately do justice
so you
to
have
the
no faith in the
victim
police.
Party. That's why
you have no faith in the police.
That's why we were agitating this issue.
You were agitating
this communal
because
mindset.
Why were Jai Shri Ram slogans being raised? Why were Jai Shri Ram slogans being raised? What does that have to do with this rape? What does that have to do with this rape?
This Jammu, one can feel surprised if this slogan is raised in Kashmir. It's a Hindu-dominated area. If some youngsters have raised the slogan, I am not a witness to it. I am not a party.
You are defending them because they are Hindus. You have given a communal color to the rape. You are defending them because they are Hindus.
You ask the local lawyers of Kathua.
What if a Rohingya Muslim was involved in this rape? Would you take the same stand?
Yes, Rohingya Muslim, we want, this is a resolve of Jammu. Today Bandh was confined to Rohingya Muslim, and the order issued by the minutes of the meeting, which was in a meeting.
You are defending them, sir, because they were Hindus.
We were agitating. There was a complete bandh in Jammu, Kathua, Samba area. There was a complete bandh because people are agitated about this illegal settlement of Rohingyas in Jammu.
You are bringing
not
in the
understanding that who settled.
Okay, let me take you. Let's come back to the case. I will not today allow the issue to get reflected over your.
I
will not allow the issue to get reflected by Rohingyas.
Kindly hear me. The Rohingyas have been illegally settled, and the issue which is pending in the Supreme Court.
Okay, sir, I'm moving on. I'm going to stop you there, producer. Let's move on. I will stop you there because let's not get deflected by the Rohingya issue. I will focus on Asifa's justice today. Vrinda Grover, you're hearing from the BJP spokesperson and from the Bar Association, who are claiming that they have question marks over the charge sheet, and they believe that the police is trying to fix the accused.
Rajdeep, I think a few things have become very clear, both with the Kathua and the Unnao rape case and the Kathua rape and murder case. One is that rape, particularly in the Kathua, according to the crime branch investigation and charge sheet, as we know, has been used as a weapon of war, and in this circumstance it was used as per the crime branch charge sheet. All this needs to be proved in a court of law, and yes, we will wait for the court to see whether the charge sheet that is presented, the accused that have been arraigned, whether the evidence stands scrutiny of law or not. What we are seeing today is that rape and murder of a Bakarwal girl, as per the charge sheet, was used in order to evict a community by spreading fear. And that is what it means to use it as a weapon of war. We are also seeing, both in the Kathua and Unnao case, that the religion, caste, class, political affiliation and ethnic identity of the accused as well as the victim continues, and I want to emphasize, continues to determine whether people of this country, particularly those in positions of power, authority, whether social or political, will stand up in support of the rape victim. And we are seeing this clearly here. BJP walks and talks in a forked tongue, because there is a constituency out there which needs to be also taken care of. Insofar as the lawyers are concerned, if there is a concern of the accused families, and clearly they have more than necessary lawyers at their disposal today in Jammu, they can always move the court. Whether it will go to CBI or not is a matter for the court to decide. What is of concern here is that there is a charge sheet which actually has very substantive evidence and is talking of, we are only reading the 173 report. We don't have access to the entire statements, the DNA report, the FSL report. Right. And the BJP spokesperson, while saying, oh no, we have sympathies. Nobody wants sympathy. This is about justice for rape and murder. So people can keep their sympathies to themselves. Immediately they will start poking holes. There is a phrase that politicians love to use. Today I would like to use it to them. Let the law take its own course. Let the court proceed. But the atmosphere that has been created in Jammu and Kathua, both by the way the lawyers have conducted and pre the charge sheet filing, does it give confidence that there will be justice? Justice needs to be not only done but also seen to be done. Can justice be done in such hostile environs?
You know, Komal Ganotra, you're a child rights activist. I have the Kathua rape charge sheet, and it is horrific in the way it has depicted the entire incident, the manner in which this girl was raped multiple times. The accused includes a policeman. They are accused to have paid local police officers not to act. What is the child rights activist doing about it? Why has it taken so long for this case to even become headlines across the country? God forbid if this had happened in Delhi.
See, there are certain crimes like this happen every day in the country. There are about 100 sexual crimes that happen every day in this country, and some of them are able to hold the attention of the media and of the people. Look at Jammu and Kashmir and look at this community where this rape has happened. This is a nomadic community, and this girl used to go every day in terms of to take the horses for grazing. Look at the vulnerability and look at what are we doing for this vulnerability. Jammu and Kashmir government has this integrated child protection scheme implemented 9 years after it was actually brought into force. So there's nothing preventive we are doing for these children. While yes, once a crime has happened, what are we doing is a question that you're raising. My question is, what are we doing to prevent these things? We are actually not putting in any money, any efforts to prevent what is happening with these children.
I'll come back to the prevention in a moment. Let me come back to the crime, because the crime has exposed the fault lines in Jammu and Kashmir. Siddiq Wahid, what is really troubling is that in Kashmir, people are demanding justice for this Bakarwal girl, asking Mehbooba Mufti to act. In Jammu, which is BJP dominated, there are those who are sympathizing with those who have been accused. What is going on? Are we seeing the communal fault lines in a sense of Jammu and Kashmir being revealed through the horrific rape of an 8-year-old?
It is, Rajdeep, and I think that there's very little that can be debated about this. What is horrifying also to us in the J&K state is that the state government is not acting on it. It is 2 ministers of the state government who seem to have supported the accused openly before the courts can say anything about it and so forth. So you wonder where the politics of the state is going and where it has gone, and over what? Over the brutal rape and killing of a murder of an 8-year-old. Mm-hmm. I mean, it shows you the levels to which we have gone, and it really is silencing for anybody with any sort of degree of sense as to why the events have taken the turn it has, except to say that we have a dysfunctional government and a dysfunctional polity as a whole.
If you say it's dysfunctional, Sunil Sethi, that is no excuse. You are in government. You are a spokesperson of the BJP, which is sharing power with the PDP. I want to understand, and I'm going to ask you this again. Do you have no faith in your own police, that you are seen to be standing side by side with self-styled right-wing Hindu groups called Hindu Ekta Manch, which has come out in support of these accused? I mean, what is this going on? Why are you all shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai at these gatherings and Jai Shri Ram? What if this girl was not a Bakarwal Muslim? I'm asking you a direct question. What if it was the other way around? That the girl was a Hindu and the accused were Muslims? Would you sympathize with them then? Is sympathy going to be determined on the basis of what religion the accused belong to?
No, we are not. We will not sympathize with the accused person either in this case or that case.
Your minister
Our case was simple and
Ekta
straight because
your minister is seen side by side with the Hindu Ekta
was containing. No, sit was consisting of a person who was himself accused of rape and murder. BJP had only said that let CBI do it if the people want. If everybody wants CBI to do, what is wrong in that? CBI is a better organization than crime branch. Today, look to the challan. What the crime branch has done with the challan. And
it is your government in Jammu and Kashmir.
Sir.
You have no faith in your own government. That means you think your own government is communalized.
Just 1 second, sir.
It is your government.
Please look to Nirbhaya case in Delhi had happened, and nobody knows what is the picture of Nirbhaya. Nobody knows her real name. Today you are depicting the name and religion of Asifa. Today depicting her picture.
Because you are against the law. You are shouting Jai Shri Ram, not me.
It is a crime to disclose the identity of a rape victim.
You have communalized.
You are trying to communalize.
You have communalized it.
Which is trying to communalize the whole situation.
You have communalized it.
We are not.
You have communalized it by ordering
buns. Justice to be done to the victim. That is the reason we wanted better investigation. Today the challan which has been filed is an absolutely first up investigation.
So you have no faith in the Mehbooba Mufti government?
No justice will happen to the victim.
You have no faith in the courts, no faith in the Mehbooba Mufti government, no faith in the police. Am I correct?
No, we had the faith, but the composition of the sit was such that nobody could have the faith. Why? What was the need of keeping Irfan Wani inspector in the sit? who was himself accused of murder and rape. What was the need of keeping such a person in the investigation team? And what was the need of the sit?
It's your government.
Statements of 164 of the witnesses and then subsequently trying to hide it.
Vrinda Grover.
We wanted proper investigation. Do you think that CBI is communal? Do you want to say that CBI is communal?
Vrinda Grover, respond. Do you think that the CBI is communal? Let her respond. Let her respond. Do you think the CBI is communal, says the BJP spokesperson? What is wrong if we take it to the CBI? I want to tell our viewers there's a BJP government in Jammu and Kashmir, but respond, Vrinda Grover.
If they want to take it to the CBI, there are procedures laid down in law. Instead of being belligerent on the streets or on television studio, since the entire Jammu bar is available for them, barring perhaps one woman lawyer who's appearing for the victim, why don't they take the processes? One process is through the state government. If the state government is not agreeing, you court. And if you think that your crime branch is so terrible and an SIT monitored by the court is consistent, and you have police officers who are actually doing bad, almost criminal, corrupt investigation, I am very worried. What kind of a government are you leading in Jammu and Kashmir? You are telling the whole country that there are policemen in Jammu and Kashmir who are going to do botched up investigation. So if they will do it in this case, which is under the spotlight, it may be happening in other cases also. What kind of confidence are you giving to the people of this country?
What?
You can't run with the hare and hunt with the hound, which is what BJP wants to do. You cannot say you support the victim. Where are you supporting the victim? What are the processes you are taking?
Siddiq Wahid, is there something you use the word dysfunctional? Am I to understand we are dealing with a dysfunctional state government, a dysfunctional state where every crime will be seen by the people, by civil society in terms of Hindu and Muslim? I asked that question. What if it was the other way around? If the accused belonged to the Muslims and the girl raped was a Hindu? I mean, where are we reaching, sir? Between the valley and and Jammu?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where the valley comes into the picture, but I think that you know, I'm rather stunned by the sort of sentiments that are coming out of Jammu. And as was just pointed out, I mean, if you want to take a route of another kind of investigation, it is for the courts to decide, it's for the government to decide, and you're not letting it rest. Obviously, there seem to be some political motivations in this, and I don't think that that should come as a shocker to us. At the end of the day, what are we talking about? We are talking about an 8-year-old brutalized, murdered, and you know, sort of what is there to debate about it, really? Some people are accused. The key word here is accused and alleged murderers and rapists. Let that be sorted out by the court of law. Why cannot we wait for all of this? This is what is striking me as being extremely sort of dangerous and strange. Can you imagine if it was, as you said, turned around, and in Kashmir there was anything close to you know, 2% of what we are seeing on the streets of Jammu?
Right.
How would the rest of India react to it? And what would it confirm vis-a-vis images of Kashmir that are? So I think that this is something that you know, India has to contemplate and see what it means and where this country is going. I mean, you know, it's hard to contemplate for me.
You said prevention, ma'am, is the cure, should be the focus. But once a crime like this takes place, is there no faith in the legal machinery that the accused should eventually get this kind of sympathy?
There has to be, definitely there has to be faith in the legal justice system of the country, and I see this child being failed by individuals first, then by the police, then by the Bar Council and the people who are standing against that. Multiple times the society has failed this child, and I think the justice system is the only way forward at this point of time. But let's see what is our justice system doing, the amount of times we take in actually providing justice, the kind of debates that adults have brought into this real case where this child victim really needed all the
the attention, where justice system needed the attention. We are talking about communalism, we are talking about communities and caste and creed, and we are actually failing the child at every step. Yes, a legal system exists, but I think from a child's point of view, it's a far cry in terms of systems and processes we need to have, which expedite systems and provide justice to children. It is still a huge way.
That's a sobering thought on which we must conclude. I must confess that the images we've seen from Jammu have shocked and disturbed us all. That's all I want to say, because I want to thank my guests and then give my take. Take a bit of a deep breath. Ask you to see those pictures again of this girl. And the only reason I'm asking you to see these pictures is because they must shake the collective conscience of this country, a word that has been used in the past. But here is my take. The rape, mutilation and killing of an 8-year-old girl in Kathua in Jammu region must go down as an act of human bestiality that makes us all hang our heads in shame as Indians. That an attempt has been made to give the rape a communal color, with local politicians trying to protect the Hindu accused who raped a Muslim girl, is even more disgraceful. Why are BJP ministers from Jammu attempting to defend the indefensible? What place do slogans like Bharat Mata Ki Jai and Jai Shri Ram have in a case like this? And why should the Bar Association prevent the Jammu and Kashmir police from filing a charge sheet? When guardians of the law become lawbreakers, then we must fear for the future. Let the perpetrators face the stiffest punishment after due process of law, without the surround sound of political cacophony. A rape cannot become the arena for the communal fault lines in Jammu and Kashmir to play out in such a stark manner and prevent justice to an 8-year-old girl and her family. While the netas and civil society must be asked hard questions, we in the media too need to introspect. Why did it take us almost 3 months to wake up to make this tragedy a national primetime issue? We reported the story in January when few others did, but surely our voices could have all been much louder. Imagine if such a rape happened in the national capital. Or is it that a girl's life in Kathua, that of a young Bakarwal girl, matters less than those in the big cities? Think about it as you sleep tonight, and don't forget young Asifa.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.